All right, let's go. There's no getting around it. This has been a tough week in the world of crypto. I don't know about you, but I've been having this reoccurring nightmare where I'm in a club and they turn on the lights and this is the only thing I see. Every day, waking up and checking my crypto portfolio, it literally feels like I am unable to breathe. Even newborn babies are feeling the pain.
I need to go back in. My parents are broke as shit.
But fear not, even though it seems like the market is going through a bit of a cooling down period, we all know that what doesn't kill us only makes us stronger. Because while today we may have to figure out a smooth getaway for when the bill comes at the restaurant, I still think that this alt season is going to be better than anything we have ever seen before. And soon we're all going to be walking around, living our lives with absolutely zero fucks given. So we got a lot to talk about in this video, from the best name possible for an AC repair company to the best outfit to wear while rock climbing, from what it would look like if Gavin Newsom was a pizza, to having to fight for your life while on the toilet. Of course, this is a judgment-free zone, so there's no need to worry. I haven't even assumed your species. Some jokes may cause you to look like when you realize your fart wasn't a fart, but as always, I'll do my best to give you all the facts you won't get anywhere else, with no unsolicited dick pics.
Hi guys, my name is Jennifer Siebel Newsom. I'm Governor Newsom's wife. Starting today, I'll be posting random things that I think you should know about my husband so you can get to know him better now that he wants to be president. Okay, here we go. First thing is that he likes to use sexual toys in bed. Dildos, to be specific. Big dildos. Like big black dildos. And for those of you who may be wondering, nope, none of them are for me. Okay. Thank you guys. I'll see you on my next update.
At first I thought she was joking, but clearly not. Gavin, do you have any response? All right, let's talk some crypto news, and we start right here with a big development for XRP.
Crypto platform Gemini entered a credit agreement with Ripple Labs. A Friday SEC filing reveals Gemini can initially borrow up to $75 million with the option to decrease or increase the amount to up to $150 million. Requests made beyond that cap may be made with Ripple's stablecoin. The credit line will bear an interest rate of up to 8.5%. Now, this comes after Gemini, founded by the Winklevoss twins, confidentially filed for an IPO back in June. The same filing from Friday reveals the platform's mid-year total liabilities were more than $2 billion.
And now Gemini is posting this on X. Prepare your bags, with a billboard in New York City showing an XRP Mastercard and the date of August 25th. Here's Ripple's head of legal, the legend, Stu Alderati.
Ripple is enterprise facing. Our customers are enterprises, banks, financial institutions. So we follow our customers' needs and what they want. And what we're hearing from customers is they wanted the alternative of stablecoins in terms of payments, even before the legislation took form. We issue our stablecoin from a state chartered trust out of New York, held to very high standards. Those standards, I think, are the equivalents of what we're seeing in the Genius Act. So I think with or without the Genius Act, we would have leaned into stablecoins. But I think what we've talked about, this administration promised to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world, and the Genius Act is the first major step to make that happen. And we think about it as a crypto bill, but put it in perspective. This is the first major piece of financial legislation that this country has seen in 15 years. The last one was the Dodd-Frank bill, which was completely reactive to a traditional finance crisis. This is a major piece of financial legislation that is proactive, that, as Miles said, is encouraging innovation and doing it in a way that's building trust and integrity. It's really a seminal moment, I think, in the way Congress and policymakers think about technology, innovation, and consumer protection.
And we also saw this. Most tokens are not securities. This article goes on to say that at the SALT Blockchain Symposium, SEC Chairman Paul Atkins stated that very few cryptocurrency tokens qualify as securities, signaling a significant policy shift following Ripple's XRP lawsuit victory. He introduced Project Crypto to modernize regulations, aiming to foster innovation and reduce enforcement-heavy approaches. Atkins emphasized creating a crypto-friendly U.S. environment, aligning with pro-crypto sentiment and addressing regulatory clarity for digital assets to support industry growth. Here is Senator Cynthia Lummis with an updated timeline on crypto market structure.
We go back to work in the Senate on September 3rd. We are working market structure with the goal of having it out of the Senate Banking Committee by the end of September. And then the Ag Committee, the Senate Ag Committee, hopefully will work their part of it, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission part of market structure, through the month of October. And we will have market structure to the president's desk before the end of the year. I hope it's before Thanksgiving.
And this is some interesting news from Eric Trump.
Guys, I see that all over the world, right? I spend a lot of time in just about every country, on just about every continent. I've got projects, and I talk to people, and honestly, the race toward cryptocurrency is electric right now. I mean, it is absolutely electric.
And we see this from Crypto Bull on X, posting the 1-month XRP USD chart. He says, I can see XRP between $23 and $30 in the next 3 to 4 months.
I take cash all the time. Of course, okay. not in huge amounts or anything, but I don't see why I couldn't handle thousands of dollars.
A lot of people ask me what my go-to crypto exchange is for everyday use, and honestly, it's Kraken. I've been using them for years because they've built a reputation for top-tier security and proof of reserves, so I know my funds are protected. Kraken has been around since 2011, which makes them one of the longest standing and most trusted exchanges in the industry. Their interface is clean and easy to navigate, making it simple for beginners to get started while giving experienced traders access to advanced tools, detailed charts, and order types that you'd expect from a pro-level platform. I also like that they support a wide range of cryptocurrencies, so I don't have to jump between exchanges to find the assets that I want. Depositing funds is straightforward with bank transfers, crypto deposits, and other methods. And one thing that stands out is how fast their withdrawals are processed. I've never had to wait long to move my funds. Kraken's mix of transparency, security, and speed is why I trust them for my day-to-day trading. If you want a platform that's beginner-friendly, but also powerful enough for advanced trading, check out Kraken using the link below and see why it's been a top choice for over a decade. All right, let's take a look at some of the other top headlines. And we start right here with some solid advice from the wordsmith himself, my favorite senator, John Kennedy.
As I've said before, you never interfere with your opponent when he's kicking his own ass.
After a very unpopular rebranding, Cracker Barrel stock is down about 17% over the past 5 days, wiping out around $250 million in value. Personally, I'm not sure what all the fuss is about, as I kind of like the new logo. Representative Jasmine Crockett posted a late-night meltdown video calling Texas racist for redistricting. Then moments later, she applauds California for redistricting. She went on to say, I also think we can land astronauts on the sun, just as long as we go at nighttime. Here's a clip a lot of you missed from the big meeting of world leaders that took place at the White House earlier this week.
Emmanuel. Thank you, Mr. President, for organizing this meeting. And I would like to begin by clarifying a situation that happened not so long ago, where my wife, Brigitte, slapped me like a French little bitch inside the plane. As a couple, we have our problems. See, we started dating when she was 39 years old. I was only 13 at the time. I didn't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And when I met Jean-Michel, he was a sweet man. I mean, woman. I mean, Brigitte. When I met Brigitte, can we edit that last part? I just wanted to say she's strong-willed, and that's why she slapped me like a little bitch. Thank you.
I want to set the record straight on what went on in Alaska. Alaska was a show of force by President Trump. He invited President Putin to land that the Russians used to own. He displayed a huge amount of military hardware and then did a flyover. It was kind of like inviting your uncontrollable neighbor to your house and showing him your gun case. So then the President Zelensky, we had a very good meeting with him and his team in the Oval for about an hour and a half. And then we met with the European leaders, who was an incredible group to have in the White House, all led by President Trump. And yes, the culmination of that was a call with President Putin. And my strong belief is that there will be a bilateral meeting between President Putin and President Zelensky. And that's the only way to end this conflict, is to get the two sides talking.
Olivia Giuliana responded to a post from RFK where he and Pete Hegseth did 50 pull-ups and 100 push-ups in what he says is the start of a nationwide push to get Americans fit again. Olivia said they aren't calling it the presidential fitness test because the president isn't fit enough to do it. She then posted a video of her own personal fitness level. Proving to us all that in life, you need to know when to sit this one out. Stephen Miller gives us another drop the mic moment.
The Democrat Party is an extremist organization, Sean. It's not a political party in any normal sense of the word. A political party represents Americans. It represents law-abiding citizens. All you see all day long are crazy Democrats screeching on TV on behalf of foreign terrorists, hardened criminals, and violent illegal aliens. A political party exclusively dedicated to protecting terrorists, criminals, gangbangers, and murderers. That's what they become. These sanctuary city mayors, DOJ's been very clear. They had a deadline and they violated it. They had a deadline to comply with federal law and hand over the criminal illegal aliens in their custody, the child rapists, the child predators, the drug traffickers, the human traffickers. The sanctuary cities, like Boston, refused to turn over these menacing threats to public safety. And so now they face not only revocation of funds, not only the loss of taxpayer support, but also potential criminal charges for harboring and smuggling. This is as real as it gets, Sean. The Department of Justice laid out to these mayors how they were breaking our laws, and they refused to change their policy, and Attorney General Bondi is going to see this thing through to the end.
This is how the mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass, responded.
There is anything in this city that has happened that comes even close to a crime, period, let alone a crime against humanity. And that's all that's worth.
I gotta say, Karen, I really just hate your face. It's always very upsetting, always fake smiling, even during a fire or a riot. From arguably the worst mayor to perhaps the best governor.
People ask me like, oh, Florida, you guys are leading this. You just, how you do it? I was like, as governor of Florida, I get this great cheat code. All I got to do is look to New York, Illinois, California, and then do the opposite.
According to the prediction market Kalshi, Donald Trump is more likely to win the 2028 presidential election than Kamala Harris, despite the fact that he is constitutionally ineligible. I swear, this woman wakes up intoxicated.
I think what they're doing is they're cheating. I think they're cheating. They want to change the current system to make it bend toward the outcome they want. And so, if you believe the public reporting, they get a call that says, hey, redo your lines, even though the fallout is going to include exactly what you said, which is, taking the franchise, the vote, away from specific communities. And in the case of Texas, Latino and Black voters.
Yeah.
And diluting their votes. And this is not a census year.
Yeah.
But this is a year with the big, beautiful bill and the unpopularity of it. And so they want to bend the rules.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say that, those Texan legislators, good for them.
And Cracker Barrel isn't the only company doing a rebrand. MSNBC has officially renamed their channel, and from the looks of it, the station will now be called PMS now. So you know I'll be watching and I'll keep you updated with any new information. The best advice I can give you is to find a group of friends that always support you. And don't forget, it's okay to have a little fun sometimes.
I love anal.
Yeah. Yep.
Can you page I love anal to electronics?
Always do your best to help people out with their questions. Like for this one, I would say the mental hospital. You should know that I don't always sit down to pee, but when I do, I'm pretending to be Gavin Newsom. And if you see this sign, just know you are in grave danger. And if you have a couple more minutes, you may have missed my last video with a very important XRP warning, and of course, some more truth talk for people strong enough to handle reality. Until the next time, be safe.